My fiancée falsely accused me of cheating, leading her dad and brothers to attack me. Now that the truth is out, they want to reconcile, but I'm pressing charges and sending them to jail. Hello, Reddit I+ here. You ever have a moment in life where you're just standing there thinking, this cannot be happening? Yeah, that was me about 3 months ago. I was sitting on my couch watching Netflix when my fiancée, Sandra, burst through the door, waving her phone around like it was a sword. "You cheating bastard!" she yelled. At first, I laughed, because come on, it sounded ridiculous. I've been nothing but loyal to Sandra for 3 years. But then she started showing me these blurry screenshots of messages supposedly from me. Some random Instagram DMs saying things like, "Can't wait to see you tonight, babe," with hearts and winks. I told her, "Sandra, this isn't me. I didn't send these." But she wasn't having it. She just kept yelling, tears streaming down her face, calling me a liar and every name in the book. Then she left, slammed the door so hard the frame cracked. I sat there, confused and honestly heartbroken. I mean, we were supposed to be getting married in 2 months. This was the woman I thought I'd spend my life with. 2 days later, she called me and said, "Come to my parents' house. We need to talk." I thought, okay, maybe she's calmed down. Maybe we can work this out. Stupid, right? When I pulled into their driveway, I should have known something was off. Her dad, Roger, and her brothers, Kyle and Jake, were all standing outside like some kind of welcoming committee. Only, they weren't welcoming. The second I stepped out of my car, Roger got in my face. "You've got a lot of nerve showing up here after what you did to my daughter." I tried to explain. "Roger, I didn't do anything. This is a misunderstanding." But before I could finish, Kyle Sucker punched me in the gut. Then Jake grabbed me by the collar and shoved me against the car. Roger got a few kicks in while I was on the ground. It wasn't a fight, it was a beatdown. And you know what Sandra did? She just stood there. She didn't stop them, didn't defend me, she just watched. When they were done, I was left bleeding in the driveway. They told me to stay the hell away from Sandra, or they'd finish the job next time. I should have gone home, but instead, I called the police. An ambulance took me to the hospital. I had 2 broken ribs, a concussion, and a whole lot of bruises. Lying there, all I could think was, how did my life get here? Then, the truth came out. Turns out, the evidence Sandra had, those DMS, they weren't from me. One of her so-called friends had made a fake Instagram account pretending to be me. She admitted to it after the cops got involved. Apparently, she was jealous of Sandra and wanted to mess up her perfect relationship. When Sandra found out, she came to the hospital, crying and apologizing. "I didn't know," she said. "I'm so sorry. I love you." You know what I said? Nothing. I just stared at her. Because how do you forgive someone who let you get jumped by her family? But it didn't end there. Roger, Kyle, and Jake all got arrested, assault charges, and Sandra? She begged me not to press charges. "Please," she said. They didn't mean it. They were just protecting me. Protecting her? From what? From lies? I pressed charges. I'm not some pushover. They put me in the hospital. They can answer for that in court. And you know what? They're going to jail. All 3 of them. Sandra keeps calling me, saying she wants to make things right. She says we can still get married, that we can move past this, move past it. I moved on, so now I'm single, scarred, physically and emotionally, but free. And honestly, that's better than being with someone who believed the worst about me and didn't even try to hear the truth. Let them sit in their jail cells and think about what they did. Me? I'm focusing on healing and figuring out what's next. Because one thing's for sure, I'm never putting myself in a position like that again.